Graduates, you may be seated. There we go. Good evening, everyone. I would like to begin tonight by extending a gratitude to the following people for their work leading up to this culminating event. To the Reading Memorial High School administrative staff and administrative team, to our SROs, to our class advisors, Ms. Manos and Ms. Santa Maria, to the Reading Memorial High School faculty and staff, I thank you for your commitment to the education of each and every child of the class of 2026. A special thank you to our school and town facility managers, Mr. Huggins and Mr. Gerstner, as well as the custodial staff who have worked many hours to ensure the school is safe and pristine. To the administrative assistant team of Ms. Chisholm, Drummy, Haley, Zagaja, and especially Ms. Kinney, this team works together daily to make events like today a reality for our seniors, families, and friends. To the Reading Police and Fire Departments, Department of Public Works, and RCTV for their support in the planning and execution of this large-scale event. To Mr. Mullen and Mr. Mulligan, who prepare the RMHS band, jazz band, and choirs for the performances we will enjoy throughout the evening. Thank you to the district and town officials in attendance today and for your support of our graduates throughout their 4 years at Reading Memorial High School. These include, but are not limited to, Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Milichewski, and the district staff, the school committee chair, Mr. Brandt, and the entire school committee. And at this time in the ceremony, I would like to pause and for the Pledge of Allegiance, which will be read by our Student Council President, Jessica Wong.
I ask all to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing following for the national anthem. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now, the national anthem sung by the RMHS choir members. Thank you, and you may now be seated. Please welcome Class President Jason Walsh to the podium to give his remarks.
Good evening, Dr. Milichewski, Ms. Callanan, teachers, family, friends, and most importantly, the class of 2026. My name is Jason Walsh, and it is my honor to address you this evening as president of the class of 2026. Over the past few days, as we've reminisced over our time here together, I have relived 13 years of growth in just 1 week. From visiting our elementary schools and remembering our first days of kindergarten, to watching a video with the few photos that exist from our unusual middle school years. And now, in this moment, it's hard to believe that this is our last time all together. Throughout high school, we have competed together and broken records together. We have worked hard together and celebrated together. And this year especially, as our class stepped up as leaders in every sport, club, and activity, we have accomplished so much more than anyone could have imagined. Our drama club competed at the state finals for the first time in 23 years. DECA students attended the international conference for the second year in a row. The boys' indoor track and girls' hockey teams won division championships, while the jazz band performed at the Hat Shell in Boston, and the robotics team returned to the district championships after 7 years. I could go on and on about everything we have accomplished this year alone, but what really stood out to me is that everything we achieved as a team. Whether on the stage or the fields, our successes were not the result of one individual's work, but rather a group's dedication and collaboration. I find that the accomplishments that I am most proud of are the ones that I have to share. Sure, colleges and employers might look at our statistics, our medals, our individual awards, but none of these can compare to the overwhelming joy of accomplishing something with the people you care about. I'm sure all of us have different memories that come to mind when we think of our greatest achievements. For me, it came just a few months ago at the semifinal round of the State Drama Festival. Simply getting our original adaptation onto the stage was an accomplishment in itself. But when the judges announced that we would be moving on to state finals, I was surrounded by a shared sense of pride and excitement that came from succeeding together. I use theater as an example because it is infamous for being a competitive and cutthroat industry, but it can only be as cutthroat as the people involved. There's a dangerous culture today where many of us feel the need to constantly compare ourselves with one another and push each other down to feel like we're the best. Every day, it can feel as though we're performing to a crowd of critics. But when you surround yourself with a strong community, the critics' voices get drowned out by the support and the validation of your peers. So when you succeed together, it feels 10 times greater, and when you fail together, it hurts 10 times less. Yesterday, as we all gathered to sign each other's yearbooks, I finally realized just how strong and supportive a community we've been able to build together. I watched the magic of senior year take place just in time for graduation. Now, as we prepare to go our separate ways, I urge you to thank the people who have supported you here at RMHS. That being said, I'd like to take a moment to thank a few individuals who have worked tirelessly to give our whole class the best possible high school experience. Ms. Callanan and the entire administrative team who push us to succeed day after day. Ms. Terrio, who I have to admit scared me on the first day of freshman year, but who I have since known to be one of the most caring and supportive people in the building. And especially Ms. Santamaria and Ms. Manos, our class advisors, who have dedicated countless hours over the past 4 years, and especially the past 2 weeks, to ensure that we could enjoy every moment together. But the most important thank you goes out to each of you sitting here today. In this stuffy field house, we are all sharing one of our biggest achievements in our lives so far. Enjoy this moment with the community we have built together. It only happens once. We have accomplished so much during our time here at RMHS, and now I can't wait to see what each of you will do in the future. As we all go off and start our new chapters, don't forget the connections you've built here in Reading. No matter how far you're going from here, Paris, Los Angeles, or right down the street, you will always have a community eagerly waiting to hear the amazing things that you do. Class of 2026, it has been an honor to serve as your president, and I wish you all the best of luck next year. Thank you and congratulations. Sadly, our salutatorian, Indigo Boyko, is ill and was unable to make it to the ceremony today. So at this time, I would like to introduce our valedictorian, Amelia Borowski, to give her speech to the class of 2026.
Good evening, and congratulations to my fellow seniors. I'm incredibly grateful to be speaking today and would like to thank all of our teachers, administrators, family, and friends who have helped us reach this milestone. We would not be here today without you. Over the past year, I have had the privilege of writing senior profiles on many of you for Reading's local paper, encapsulating, as best I can, a senior's 4 years here. What activities you do, what classes you take, what you will remember most after graduating. Each time I wrote one of these profiles, I was struck by the duality with which we have spent these past 4 years. Aspiring biology majors were accomplished actors, future teachers were dedicated dancers, and prospective lawyers were phenomenal visual artists. Every single one of us, entrenched in the constant cycle of school to sports to sleep, made space to be creative. In these senior profiles, it was rarely, say, AP Physics that made people light up. It was making music together. It was dancing together. It was creating stories and shows together. Now, I can't speak to any relative success in, or honestly understanding of, physics, but I can speak to successes in other areas. Namely, that in addition to our diplomas, we will walk away from our 4 years here with the ability to not only see what is, but also what could be. We all made a choice to see the beauty in RMHS, in the mundane, and decided to augment it. We made art to plaster to its walls, performed shows on its stage, and took photos of its rooms, landscape, and people. We saw its empty tennis courts and football field and started games. We executed new plays. We won championships and lost them. We have been creative in meeting the needs of our community and each other as well, in offering support, laughter, or simply offering our time. Now, although deviating from my own advice to be creative, it really wouldn't be a graduation speech without a quote. So here's a simple one from John Green. There are infinite numbers between 0 and 1. We should see the infinities that exist within a finite number of years. We should engage with data, math, economics, literature, and understand that there is no area of life that is not improved by approaching it creatively. The truth is that very few of us will end up working in creative fields. With our diplomas, we will become nurses, lawyers, service members, and scientists. We will all do wonderful things, but there will be times, I'm sure, when we will find it easy to get stuck in the pipeline of class to company to career. We rarely realize that opportunities to be creative exist everywhere. In fact, it is creativity within seemingly non-creative fields that lead to breakthroughs. The inventors of barcodes got their inspiration from lines of Morse code they drew on Miami Beach. Some operating rooms use rhythmically steady music to improve focus and coordination. Athleticism, engineering, and kinesthetic art merge to form prosthetic limbs. These are just some examples of things created through interdisciplinary inspiration. So let creativity define your success. Create beauty where you don't see it, in labs, in hospital rooms, in courts. Wonder. Innovate even when problems seem unsolvable. Make sense of the world. Connect to it, grieve within it, hope for it, by not just seeing what is in front of you, but by seeing what doesn't yet exist. Getting to today is a big accomplishment, but in truth, our diplomas will be the least important part of the past 4 years. When we look at them, we should see more than the classes we took, the homework we completed, and the exams we studied for. We should see the conversations we have had, the joy we fostered, and the laughter we shared, all of which exist simply because we walked into the same building every day. Celebrate today, but more than that, celebrate the many small infinities that made today. Congratulations, class of 2026. Go forth and create. Please now enjoy Let the River Run, sung by the RMHS choir members under the direction of Mr. Mullen.
Amazing job, guys. Good evening, families, friends, staff, and most importantly, the Reading Memorial High School class of 2026. I am the principal of Reading Memorial High School, in case I didn't say that in the beginning, which I realized. My name is Jessica Callanan, and I want to begin by saying a few words to parents and families that are here tonight. You have been the foundation of everything we are celebrating today. Your support has been a constant throughout turbulent years. As Hodding Carter once said, there are two lasting bequests we can give our children. One is roots, and the other is wings. You have provided the roots of home and community that allowed these students to grow, and today we watch with pride as they test the wings you helped them build. Thank you for entrusting us at RMHS with your amazing children. We share your pride today, and we can't wait to see all they continue to accomplish. I would like to pause now and have our graduates publicly thank their parents and families for a job well done. Class of 2026, please stand, face your families, and give them a round of applause. Okay, sit back down. As your principal, I have the privilege of seeing the unique personality of every graduating class, and yours is truly special. You are a class characterized as intellectuals, some of the most accomplished athletes to walk these halls in decades, and artists of many varieties. Above all, you are people of conviction and creativity who are both thoughtful and empathetic, all qualities that will prove useful throughout your lifetimes. I had some fun researching this speech today by taking a walk through memory lane of your lifetime. I often find it helpful to reflect on lived experiences to provide strength to persevere through new challenges, and you have already lived through a lot. Most of you were born about 2008, a year of massive historical shifts. It was the year Barack Obama became the first Black American elected president, the year that Bitcoin was introduced, and the year that Marvel released Iron Man. By the time you were 5, you saw the resilience of our community. You lived through the tragedy of the Boston Marathon bombing, but also you saw our city rally together when the Boston Red Sox won the World Series. Not this year. It was also that year that the word selfie was added to most dictionaries. By 2018, you witnessed global milestones that captures the world's imagination. You saw Black Panther shatter box office records, and millions watched a royal wedding of Prince Harry and our American princess, Meghan Markle. You saw SpaceX launch a Tesla into space, while back on Earth, TikTok began to rise in popularity. However, your path was not always easy. In 2020, while you were in middle school, the global pandemic disrupted your lives, the very years meant for building academic, social, and civic skills. Yet you persevered and came out stronger on the other side. You entered RMHS as freshmen in 2022, joining a high school experience defined by a rapidly changing world, and by 2023, you were navigating the explosion of artificial intelligence, or AI. I did not use that to write my speech tonight, everybody. The formal end of the pandemic emergency and cultural moments like Barbenheimer. As you stand here in 2026, there is much hope on the horizon. You are entering a world where technology is advancing faster than ever. As you graduate and enter your next phase, whether that is continuing your education, taking a gap year, entering the workforce, or the military, there seems to be a looming consternation over the impact of AI and how that will impact your personal futures. When I look out over your class, I am not worried, because you have imagination, and as Will I Am of the Black Eyed Peas reminded the graduating class in WPI this year at their commencement speech, this is the time for imagination, and AI is not imagining. It's regurgitating of the human imagination. He also reminded us that the one thing that AI is not going to have is that lived human experience. Only humans can possess and build a sense of community through love, empathy, and willingness to maintain our humanness. So I challenge you to lead in whatever community you end up in. Lead with love and care for others, not with greed or selfishness. You are the generation that will usher in the quote-unquote era of humanology, and I am still quoting Will.i.am. And based on what I have witnessed from your class over the past 4 years, I have no doubt you will rise to this challenge. Congratulations to you all. It has been an honor to serve as your principal over the past 4 years, and I cannot wait to see what is in store for each of you in the future. Please welcome the Superintendent of Schools of Reading Public Schools, Dr. Thomas Milichewski, who will now give his address.
Good evening, Reading community, Reading School Committee, faculty, staff, families, most importantly, class of 2026. Class of 2026, it's an honor to stand before you and take a couple of minutes to congratulate you on your graduation day and wish you the best of luck in the next chapter in your journey. You are a class that has modeled excellence all the way through your RPS journey. Your academic accomplishments include 87 National Honor Society members, 12 National Merit Scholars, and 22 students who have demonstrated biliteracy across multiple languages, Spanish, French, Portuguese, Latin, Mandarin, through the Massachusetts Seal of Biliteracy. In the arts, you've been major contributors in a marching band that earned back-to-back-to-back state championships. You helped lead our drama club to the first state finals appearance in over 20 years in the Drama Fest, and have been at the heart of a state championship recently for our Winter Guard. You've been captains and leaders on our athletic teams, state championship teams in field hockey, lacrosse, track, cross country, as well as members of a gymnastics program that did not lose a single meet in your 4 years while you're here. You have been pioneers in Reading Unified, including students who became the first 4-year student athletes in our community, modeling inclusion, modeling teamwork, and modeling school spirit. You've been drivers behind the Robockets Excellence in Engineering Award at the Any First Any competition. You were parts of the revival and rapid growth of DECA, which has recently sent students to states and international competitions. And you've been leaders in all of our 70-plus clubs and activities across the student body, which have included SOCA, Rocket Ambassadors, Rise Against Cancer, the Math Team, the Orbit, Habitat for Humanity, Best Buddies, the list goes on. These recognitions speaks to your collective accomplishments as a class and demonstrates the highest bar of excellence. It's a privilege for me to speak tonight on behalf of the 1,000-plus staff members across our community who all have supported you along the way. Your teachers, your counselors, your coaches, your tutors, your custodians, office staff, every adult who has crossed your path is deeply proud of who you are and deeply proud of what you have accomplished. So as I spoke to some staff members in advance of tonight, they repeatedly shared 3 reflections they wanted you to take a minute to think about as you embark on the next chapter in your journey. 1, the resilience that it took each of you to reach this moment. 2, the small moments that often went unnoticed but made such a difference in our community. And then 3, the pride that so many people in this room have for being part of your journey. So first, resilience. Each of you have overcome challenges to get to where you are sitting here right now, navigating personal loss, disappointment, uncertainty, showing up when things are hard, and balancing responsibilities that others may never see. Now, there's one story that 2 staff members, Patrice Duggan, Tayana Pereira, especially wanted me to uplift tonight, and that's of Luis Alberto Campos, class of 2026. Luis came to RMHS from Peru after experiencing significant hardship and interruptions to his formal education. Faced with tremendous obstacles and a great deal of learning to make up in order to graduate, Luis met every challenge with determination, optimism, and perseverance. He never gave up even when the path looked extremely steep. It is because of his resilience that he's sitting here tonight, front row in his cap and gown. His story reflects something about this entire class that every graduating senior has, and that's having to overcome obstacles, visible or invisible, to reach this moment. And congratulations to Luis. Staff members also spoke about the small moments that made this class special, the moments that didn't make headlines or appear in the newspaper, but that shaped the culture of this community every day. Fourth grade Wood End teacher Ms. Taint shared, this class was always cheering each other on, celebrating successes, encouraging each other through challenges, showing genuine interest in one another. They were hardworking, kind, and supportive. This spirit shows up in countless other ways. One of my favorite, the senior superlatives. A few of those ways that often go unsung. Most school spirit, Addie Matthews and Austin Lee. Most kind, Clara Healy and Eli Brown. Most likely to make you smile, Happiness Deji, Barrington Anderson, and again, Austin Lee. School communities are not just shaped by the accomplishments, but they're shaped by people who make others feel welcome, feel connected, feel valued, and this class consistently brought that to RPS each day. Tonight is also a special moment to recognize the people who stood beside you here and helped you get here. First to your families from kindergarten all the way through tonight. They've encouraged you, they've supported you, and they've loved you. Yes, they've loved you through every setback and success. And to the amazing teachers and staff who are here tonight, I hope you realize now they all cared for you, they challenged you, they advocated for you, and they believed in you from pre-K through now. And in reflecting on this class, staff members spoke with incredible pride and emotion. RMHS teacher Ms. Cuna shared some of the most resilient and self-driven students. She shared that in the world we live in right now, we need the brilliance and energy of this class. And now it's not a question of if they will change the world, it's just how. Joshua Eaton, kindergarten teacher, Miss Manna, I'm sure some of you had Miss Manna, reflected on this class and shared that while some of you walked proudly through the hallways of your kindergarten classrooms over the past couple of weeks, those are the classrooms who at once intimidated you as kindergartners. She spoke about hearing about your future plans, from military service to college far away, to art schools, to entrepreneurship, and shared, my heart is bursting for each of them. I am so proud to be a small part of each of their success that they've worked so hard to achieve. And RMHS principal, Ms. Terrio, assistant principal Ms. Terrio, captured what so many of our educators expressed when she wrote, this class has shown resilience, kindness, humor, and leadership. You brought joy into the hallway, pride into your teams and clubs, and a sense of community to everything that you did. She reminds you to carry forward the friendships, the laughter, the lessons, and the belief that you are capable of remarkable things because you are. As a collective staff here in RPS, we admire your brilliance, your energy, your creativity, and your compassion. We are inspired by your excellence in the public moments that we all see, championships, standing ovations, award ceremonies, but I'd argue more so in those quiet moments, helping a classmate through a difficult day, welcoming a new student, staying up late to make sure the project reflects your best work. We are inspired and amazed and impressed by you. As you step into whatever comes next, we hope you continue to strive for excellence, not just in those big visible moments that everyone sees, but in those small personal moments that reveal your character. We hope you continue to also reflect on your journey from those nervous first few days of kindergarten to tonight, and please thank those who walked alongside you. And we hope you carry forward the resilience, the kindness, and the sense of community that have defined the class of 2026. Class of 2026, we congratulate you on all that you've accomplished. We thank you for the legacy that you've left behind in all the classes to come, and we cannot wait to see all that you create, lead, and contribute in the years ahead. As Superintendent of Schools in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, I hereby certify the Reading Memorial High School Class of 2026.
I know you're all eager to begin our commencement processional, but before we do, I would like to recognize our seniors entering the military, whether it's enlisting or ROTC or a service academy. At this time, I would like these individuals in the senior class to stand to be honored, as well as any active duty members or veterans in the stands. Okay, guys, you can sit. As a veteran myself, I am immensely proud of these young people in the class of 2026 for serving something greater than themselves and protecting our nation and democracy across the globe. Your selflessness is commendable. I wish you the best, and please be safe. I now invite Mr. Wise, who is sitting in for School Committee Chair, Mr. Sean Brandt, and Vice Chair, Ms. Laura Durgovich, who will confer the diplomas along with me and Assistant Principal, Ms. Jessica Terrio. We will now begin the recognition of graduates. Graduates, we have practiced this a couple of times. You've got this.
Amelia Jane Borowski. Jason Walsh. Jessica Wong.
Clara Healy. Samuel Hillary. Piper Martin. Aiden Mullen. Emma Elizabeth Nelson. Thomas Stathalopoulos. Cara Vitorisi. Jillian Kate Abadi. Logan Ford Abrams. Rania Abubakar. Luis Eberto Campos. Devin Allert. Alexander Aiello. Reese Allen. Fabricio Amato. Joseph Amaralt. Brady Anderson. Barrington Anderson. Isabella Aquino. Lucas Aquino. Tiago Arajo. Chloe Aratusi. Evan Audley. Natalie Austin. Vivian Ballas. Juan Batista. Carson Bolio. Janai Belfon. Amelia Benedict. Jameson Bentley. Danya Bola. Elizabeth Boucher. Danielle Bowers. Lucas Bolin. Caleb Brady. AJ Bramante.
Ashley Brown. Elijah Brown. Braden Callan. Milton Campos. Ethan Cannon. Lucas Carcione. Nicholas Joseph Casarano. Maggie Champlin Sharf. Elsa Chow. Will Shute. Max Sinelli. Olivia Marie Cerrone. Chadley Civil. Sam Clark. Thomas Cockerell. Brady Cominos. Landon Connolly. Tim Connolly. Derek Connor. Kayla Cox. John Coyne. Lily Crosby. Molly Crowley. Shay Cullen. Jacqueline Cusilito. Paige Cusilito. Wallach De Silva. Cooper Joseph Dean. Happiness Osorugwe Deji. Jack Denmark. Julie DiDonato. Antonio Joseph DeCirio. Dante DeCirio. Caitlin Ann Donahue. Quinn Kendall Donahue. Alana Maylin Yamaki Dorokez. Cassidy Duca. Kyle Duras. Sean Duras. William Diamond. Finn Ellis. Levi Emmanuel. Cameron Encarnacio. Samuel Ewald. Kaylee Fantasia. Vince Farnham. Colby Ferris. Brian Fernandez. Thomas Fiore. Finn Patrick Flaherty. Matthew Force. Jacob Frank. Anthony Fratto. Gavin Fucurell. Cole Fusco. Richard Gaeta. Lucas Gager. Nevea Galindo. Joseph Gallagher. Brendan Garvin. Barakat Gebaya. Alex Gillo. Cameron Gigler. Alex Gizetto. Benjamin Goldlust. Jack Goodfellow. Drew Gorski. Lila Gostanian. Cole Sebastian Grant. Kendall Graves. Griffin James Haggerty. Andrea Hall. Sarah Hamilton. Margaret Hannafin. Cameron Harrigan. Victoria Henry. Kaike Henrique. Hakia Hobson. Sam Holt. Benjamin Houle. Evan Howell. Paul Joseph Iashua. Tristan Jenkins. Evan Jenny. Michael Jenny. Luke Johnson. Maeve Jones. Nolan Jordan. Emma Caberly. Azra Kadrick. Braden Keaveney. Hannah Kenton. Aiden Kiley. Clinton King.
Wayne Jenkins. Leah Jackvoni. Kyle Coster. Enzo George Lalicata. Jonathan Lorino. Matthew Lorino. Assad Lane. Austin James Lee. Jonathan Lee. Desmond Lethen. Katie Lewis. Isabel Lightbody.
Skip Steven, and you're going to skip the next two. You're going to skip.
These two?
Yep, and then go to that one.
Yeah.
Isla Lusk. Liliana Madden. Rosalia Maganzini. Trent Joseph Maganzini. Emma Mahoney. Charles Manus. Evan Manfredi. Siler Manning. Tyler Marshlick. Addison Colette Matthews. Charlie May.
Caleb McGonigal. Right now? Okay. Stephen Lin. Zachary Lazat. McKenna McGrath. Zoe McLaughlin Shostak. Ella McMiniman. Jack Melly. Alex Merkel. Will Merkel. Gianna Michelli. Carmani Isaiah Merville. Mason Buddy Mole. Marcus Mueller.
Skip Evie, skip Bobby.
Okay, I'm done.
Are you done?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna skip Evie and skip Bobby.
Caden Morrison. Abdul Rahim Magal. William Muller. Jack Murphy. Abigail Nelson. Patience Nguyen. Charlotte Nolte. Mackenzie Norris. Michelle Olson. Natalie Ortons. Franklin Ortiz. Isabel Grace Parent.
So you're gonna go back to Evangeline Marrera.
Where is she?
Evangeline Marrera, Bobby Morris.
Evangeline Marrera. Bobby Morris. Saloni Patel. Larika Pete. Jacob Petrin. Wyatt Picard. Samantha Pomerantz. Shivani Padel. Ryan Polpe. Jessica Rye. Ted Ravens.
What about those? So you're gonna skip until Tommy, you're starting at Jess Richter, and then we'll go back. I'll tell you. Jess Richter right here. Where? You're gonna skip to Charlotte Robichaud.
Charlotte Robichaud. Derek Robillard. Isaac Robinson. Teresa Rock. James Rodriguez. Luke Rogerson. Javian Rojas. Ellie Russo. Rajon Ryland. Lorenzo Sardina. Noah Sarr. Catherine Savio.
So you have to go back to Lucas. These three, okay?
Lucas Reese. Olivia Renda. Jessica Richter. Megan Scales. Sophie Schrager. Riley Schultz. Madeline Scully. Sachi Salvakumar. Katie Severance. Annabelle Shanley. Emmy Shediak. Allison Claire Schindelman. John Slynn. Julia Smith. Noah Snyder. Aaron Sylvan Soto. Andrew Spencer. Elias Spiros. Ava Spinazzola. Ava Staffier. Charlie Studley. Nolan Sullivan. Sabrina Sweat. Brooklyn Tartarini. John Paul Siciliano. Owen Sinclair. Sierra Skandarian.
Nina Taubman. Natalie Tawadros. Samantha Toomey. Allison Torrens. Franklin Travasos. Meredith Lynn Upton. Andrew Valentin. Colby Van Horn. Catherine Ann Van Magnus. Jacob Michael Ward. Kyle Weaver. Tess Weaver. Leah Weber. Emma White. John Wiggins. Angela Wilder.
When I read my brother, can I like pop in? Like, yeah, we're gonna do this. Okay.
Justin Thomas Ventura. Billiot. Nathan Federici. Aiden Audie Williams. Jamari Wright. Jared Wright. Quinn Yandel. John Zani. Jayu Zhang.
Class of 2026, if you've not done so already, please move your tassels from right to left. This marks the close of graduation exercises. Class of 2026, you are dismissed.
chairs need to go on racks, okay? We don't need to bring them up, but you need to put your chairs and your stands on the rack. Make sure that you take any of the cards or any of the water bottles and get rid of them. Don't leave any of that stuff here, okay? Percussion, that stuff does need to go back up top. Okay, make sure that you help out. Make sure, again, you pick up any of your trash, put away your stands and chairs. Nice job. Jazz band students, we need to put away the jazz band stuff.